Good morning. Happy Monday. Good to see you all. Sorry, running a little bit late. Kid decided to rush me and we broke a glass all over the counter. So that's that. So that was exciting. Hopefully you guys are having a good Monday. Let's see who is here in the live chat. Mr. Crypto Frank, my man. Appreciate you, buddy. Leo Lustig. We have Dan R. Ovalbore Tech Condibits. Steven Cicero. What's up, buddy? Cape Cod Crypto. We have Nick K. Alvidis. Good to see you, man. Dan R. Let's see. Chadwick's Racing. Dom G, my man. Good to see you, buddy. All right, everybody else I may have missed, I apologize if I did. If you'd like to be mentioned, please just let me know in the chat. But let's get into what are we looking like today. Let's see what the market's looking like. So over here at Crypto Bubbles, real quick, we're going to see what the highest earner is on the week and the day. I guess the week, everybody's losing. Pulsar is up. Oh, Pulse Chain. Sorry, Pulse Chain. Excuse me. Let's get into the actual market real quick. $30,203 Bitcoin. We have Ethereum 1863. Not too bad. Could be worse. Could be better, right? Everything's red, but I mean, overall, we're still holding over 30k Bitcoin, so that's good. LTC 94 bucks. So we're gonna be talking about the Litecoin halving today with Mr. Altcoin Daily. We have Dogecoin here, 6.5 cents almost. We have XRP 47 cents. I wonder what's going on with their lawsuit actually. Has anybody heard of any news with that? I gotta look that up later. See if I can find anything. All right, let's get back into the day over here. What the hell? Compound, whatever this is up. It's ranking 83 and it's up how much? 16% today. Jeez, anybody into comp? Anybody? Let's see. Leo Lustig, my man. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Carl Coates is sponsored by Under Armour. No, I wish. Yeah, I love Under Armour. Their clothes are so comfortable, man. They're awesome. That's like literally all I own. This and crypto stuff. That's about it. All right, let's see. What do we got for I don't want to blind you guys. Fear and Greed Index 56. Pretty much same as it's been for the past couple months. All right, let's check over top 10 coins here on CoinGecko by CoinMarketCap. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, USD Coin, XRP, Lido Staked Ether, Cardano, Dogecoin, and Solana. Solana and Litecoin been fighting it back and forth. Damn, actually, Solana took it by quite a bit. Holy shit. That jumped up like over, is that over $1 billion more? That's crazy. Litecoin was in 10th place, but clearly it got pushed out. Interesting. All right. Well, anyways, I'm excited to watch this because I haven't watched any crypto stuff this entire weekend. So hopefully you guys haven't seen this yet either, but I want to go over first. We're going to see what he says about the best 9 artificial intelligence coins to buy, retire in 2025. I wish. I'm sure all you guys wish the same thing. So we're going to listen to this. I want to see, and I'll put polls in the chat and just see like if you guys are into these coins as he's going along. I haven't had a chance to watch it. Like I said, I just hit the like button and listen to it a little bit. And then we're going to talk about or watch this crypto expert give shocking Litecoin halving price prediction. And if you guys didn't know, Litecoin halving is in 23 days, 12 hours and 30 minutes, more or less. So yeah, it's going to be right around there. But 23 days, that's not far away, man. That's the end of this month, beginning of August. So let's see what happens. All right, without further ado, let's get into this. This is Altcoin Daily, guys. I'll leave a link to the video in the description below. Feel free to go check it out. And if you guys have any questions, just at me in the chat. Let's do it.
Let's talk about which cryptocurrencies fit perfectly with AI. Now, if you go on CoinMarketCap, they have their list. And many of these coins that you do see on lists like these are super AI-centric. And everybody's planning for the future, but nobody can predict the future. So you tell me in the comments which cryptocurrencies you think would be perfect for AI.
Hold on. I have like literally not heard of any of these except for Fetch AI that's at the top. You can barely see. Maybe Artificial Liquid. I think I've seen this one before, but the rest I haven't heard of. You guys heard of any of these? Anybody in the chat? Let me know. Be interested to know.
Which cryptocurrencies you think would be perfect for AI? And let me share with you what experts are saying. Give the video a thumbs up if you want to support our channel. It's a small thing you can do, but it truly does help us grow. Let's start here. Arthur Hayes, OG of crypto. Arthur has brought so many into the space because of the companies and the products he's built. Arthur Hayes insists Bitcoin will be the currency of artificial intelligence.
Hold on, Mr. DJ Mines, you hit a Doge and Litecoin solo block yesterday on the Nice Hash thing? Did you really? That's awesome. Wait, did you live stream yet? Wasn't that Saturday? I thought that was Saturday that you live streamed. What did you do it again? You did it again? You rented more hash rate? Interesting. That's cool. Let me know. I'm going to have to watch that video. Send me the link or put the link in chat and I'll check it out later.
He says Bitcoin will play a crucial role in AI's future. In fact, it will be the food of AI. So first of all, what will AI accomplish? Well, AI and robotics mainly focus on eradicating mundane tasks, freeing more individuals to chase their dreams and produce art and culture and do what they want. Why does Arthur Hayes think it's Bitcoin that we will choose and AI will need? Well, AI necessitates a digital, automated, and censorship-free payment infrastructure, which traditional banking and fiat currencies fail to deliver. Blockchain-driven systems present desirable features, obviously, with Bitcoin being the optimal choice due to its limited supply, censorship resistance, and energy buying power. He contrasts this with gold and fiat currencies by emphasizing their shortcomings and absence of digital efficiency. Arthur Hayes.
What do you guys think about Bitcoin being the top AI coin? That's kind of interesting, actually.
Wrote that Bitcoin is the monetary instrument closest to representing pure energy. I would echo that Bitcoin is the most neutral, and we're already worried about AI taking control. We certainly don't want them to have mass ownership in a cryptocurrency that they can control, because that'd just be like the Fed. Take this into consideration as well. Bitcoin's not just going on MicroStrategy's balance sheet. It's not just getting held in a vault somewhere. It is getting used. You can earn Bitcoin for playing over 100 Android games. Call me when it's iPhone. Because sure.
Call me when it's iPhone, he says. I heard that and I laughed because, you know, Rondi would be very upset about that.
Sheet. It's not just getting held in a vault somewhere. It is getting used. You can earn Bitcoin for playing over 100 Android games. Call me when it's iPhone. Because sure, Bitcoin's the best money, but is it the best for tech? Because Ethereum is more programmable than Bitcoin. Some people think Ethereum is now built out enough and AI is now at that level where AI and Ethereum can work perfectly together.
That's a good point,
the Bankless Bros bought in, obviously. In the future, Ethereum will be interconnected with artificial intelligence.
Ethereum and crypto, it's alone in this room, waiting for its fellow siblings to grow up. AI is actually recently of age, so now crypto and AI are starting to be able to play together. Decentralized science will help longevity and synthetic biology come into the fold. Digital nations have a lot of work to do as all of these other frontier technologies grow up. They are going to need Ethereum. I guarantee you that day will eventually come where each one of these technologies will impact your life.
I actually think if it is Ethereum, it's way more likely to be an Ethereum layer 2. So what are the options? Well, we have Optimism. Coinbase's Ethereum 2 network Base is prepping for its mainnet. They're using Optimism technology. OpenSea now supports NFTs on Zora's Ethereum L2 network, also Optimism technology. By the way, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Daily videos just like this, keeping you informed on the entire cryptocurrency market. If you're interested in making money in cryptocurrency,
I hate that
subscribe to our channel, daily videos. There's Polygon, which started off as more of a sidechain, but certainly now much more of a contender in the layer 2 space. And Polygon 2.0 is coming, aiming to provide unified liquidity across Ethereum scaling networks. The company says Polygon 2.0 will better connect separate blockchains and do away with wrapped tokens.
Do you guys use Polygon at all? Polygon 2.0, I didn't even know that was going to be a thing.
Here's the thing though, there's been a CEO shakeup, and traditionally when stuff like this happens, it can either be really good or really bad. So Polygon Labs shakeup, President Ryan Watt's out, Mark Byron named CEO. Watt called the news bittersweet and said he'll be advising Polygon still, investing and otherwise staying in the industry, so that's good. And just so you know, the incoming CEO is the current chief legal officer, and legal is certainly something many cryptos need right now. I like Ethereum, I like L2s, but thinking about AI, what base layer will they need? It could be Bitcoin, it could be Ethereum, it could be an L2, but isn't it possible it could be a special L1 that's going to build itself out specifically for AI? Well, what are the options? Maybe it's Avalanche. We're seeing big companies work with Avalanche, Alibaba building a metaverse launchpad, among many other things on Avalanche. Why is it though that so many people say either Cardano or Sol, Cardano or Solana? Well, Solana co-founder says Ethereum could be a layer 2 for Solana. That sounds like something he would say. How did Vitalik respond to the Solana co-founder? Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin says he feels bad for Solana. The Ethereum co-founder says he feels bad about how Solana is being treated by US regulators. Class Act. You know which one I never hear anybody talk about, never hear any other influencer mention this, is Phantom. And I'm going to play you a 1-minute video, kind of gives you a broad sense of where Phantom's at and what they're trying to do. Phantom's dev team is taking an evidence-based approach to blockchain bottlenecks. L2 solutions and sharding introduce complexity and weaken security of the network.
I've heard of Phantom.
Kind of throwing shade at Ethereum and things like that. Now, they have their own Ethereum virtual machine, except it's very different, and you're going to see what they're building theirs out for. In this summary clip, Herbert explains how Phantom is focused on vastly improving scalability.
Phantom itself is an Ethereum-compatible blockchain that is aiming for low time to finality, low gas costs, and strong scalability that we get to large amounts of transactions per day. The critical problems for blockchain technology: scalability, energy consumption, security, complexity, and interoperability. The one that we are aiming at the moment is scalability. The idea is that we want to try all kinds of ideas. What is it if we change the data format? What if we change the programming language? What if we change the hash?
This shit, what is happening here? I'm like trying to understand what this picture is. Look at this. Data format, compression, Go, hashing strategies, B tree, C++, tree, friggin' storage technology, just everything under this, and it goes into these bullet points. I don't know, crazy. Mr. Iowa Crypto Mining, thanks for being a member for 3 months. Monday morning suck. Have a great day. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much for being a member. You're awesome.
Algorithm. What impact does it have on the performance and on the usability of the system? It can reach almost an order of magnitude higher throughput. If you sum it all up, the execution time is 8 times faster. We get 8 times higher throughput. Another exciting side effect is that we not only improve the performance, we could significantly reduce the storage requirement as a side effect. Every time when you reduce the memory footprint, you get it faster because you have to transfer less information from the disk to the main memory and back.
Smartest man in the world.
Mr. Danar says, I don't trust people with those accents like that.
Says Dogecoin is perfect for AI. Ooh, I don't know. Elon Musk.
I heard this. This was quite interesting, actually. He calls motion to kick Tesla attorneys off Dogecoin lawsuit. This is kind of crazy.
I feel like maybe he's just a Dogecoin fanboy. Elon Musk calls motion to kick Tesla attorneys off of the Dogecoin lawsuit. He calls that an insult. I say if you like Dogecoin, maybe a more programmable Dogecoin would be better.
That's baby
Doge.
So,
for instance, Shiba Inu. This amazed me. Now, it doesn't have a lot to do with AI, but it amazed me that people are building on and with and around Shiba.
All right, you know what? I'm going to put a new poll in the chat, actually. I want to know if you guys own Dogecoin, Shiba, or Baby Doge. I'm just going to put all three. And then I'll say, what do you own the most of? And I'll put, you know what? Actually, I can't do that. That'd be weird because Baby Doge would win if you had any of it. You get like billions of it in like 2 seconds. So I'll ask individually, Shiba, Doge, and whatever.
Shiba Wings. SHIB's crypto-integrated restaurant to set foot in Australia. The SHIB Army, i.e. Shiba Inu community, is all geared up for the launch of Shiba Wings restaurant in Australia's Gold Coast. It's a chicken restaurant with a crypto ATM installed on the premise. Everybody always counts Litecoin out, yet every 4 years before Bitcoin's halving, Litecoin has a halving, and we always see it soar. You tell me what you think, because it's always amazing when we see cryptos that find that perfect product market fit and people actually use it. So, which cryptos are best for AI? Hell, if any of us knew that future, we'd all be rich. Guys, this is a continued conversation.
We'd all be super rich. Shout out to Altcoin Daily for that video. Yeah, I'm super interested to know just how many of you guys own Dogecoin, Shiba, and then, I mean, Baby Doge doesn't really matter, but it's kind of interesting that they showed it, or he showed it right here, or it was in this article, right, talking about Shiba, because that's not the Shiba logo. Kind of interesting. But I know there's like a lot of, they have like the SHIB army, kind of like the XRP army, where it's just, people will literally die over this coin. It's like insane. I don't understand it, but whatever. So I'm not a fangirl that hard, but I have some of it just in case it pops off. I have 100, I think I have 100, no. Yeah, I have 100 million Shiba, I think, that I'm ready to just dump as soon as this thing pushes a couple decimal points. See what happens. All right, let's get into this. Let's see what he has to say now. I want to hear words on the Litecoin halving. I'm still going to ask the poll questions in the chat, so if you guys could answer those, that'd be awesome. And yeah, we'll go from there. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Let's do it.
So these yellow lines represent the Litecoin halvings. If Bitcoin goes to 100K in 5 years, then I suspect that you could see Litecoin.
Today I interview quant analyst Benjamin Cowan and look at the data to get a Litecoin price prediction into the halving. Hit the like button if you appreciate this content. And before we look at the charts, Benjamin, what are your general thoughts on Litecoin?
So in general, I mean, I suspect that Litecoin USD over like 5, 10, 15 years can trend higher as just more money is printed. But as a long-term investment, it tends to not do that well, mainly because of the opportunity cost of like its Bitcoin valuation and even its Ether valuation, right? So typically you see the blue chips outperform Litecoin. So I would argue that it's more so short-term. It's the short-term play at certain points in the market cycle.
Nonetheless, I totally agree with you that, well, Litecoin's value proposition is it's 4 times faster, 4 times cheaper. They also have the Mimblewimble implementation. Right now, we're seeing institutions and more people care about Bitcoin because Bitcoin is more censorship resistant. It's more decentralized, which is the better trade-off, I guess, in the market's opinion, versus faster and cheaper. Nonetheless, halving's coming up and Litecoin is putting in new highs against USD. Let's look historically at some of the charts and try and get a prediction for this halving.
Yeah, so can you see my screen okay?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I've been tracking this for a while. I've actually had this chart up for probably about 6 months now. And the reason is because normally what we see...
So these lines are all the halvings, if I'm not mistaken.
Litecoin do is rally in the first half of its halving year. So these yellow lines represent the Litecoin halvings. And what you'll notice is that it tends to rally but then fade going into the halving. So like, for instance, we've had 2 prior halvings. Else. We had one in 2015. And by the way, they've all taken place in August. So you have one in August.
Real quick, this happens to Bitcoin too. Everything, it rallies up to the halving, right? And then it just kind of drops off or levels off. It's not going to continue to grow through it because the initial shock when you hit that halving point, it's like, the people that are actually like the big facilities mining this stuff, like they have no incentive to continue to keep it, you know, up and running. Or even if they do keep it up and running, they're not going to be selling their stuff. So it's not going to be driving the price higher. Does that make sense?
This is 2015. Litecoin topped out the week of July 6th.
And that's a good point. Patrick Murphy just asked, the Litecoin was $115 the other day, and it absolutely was. So I'm assuming that rally point already hit. I mean, he just said, what, July 6th? So what's today? The 10th? Yeah, it was about right. I'm pretty sure it's about right. It was right around July 6th where it probably did top out around the 115. And then now it's just going to kind of, you know, sideways until, or even go down a little bit until after the halving. And we'll see what happens. But you guys can see, like on this chart, like it booms up past where it was. So that's pretty good, I guess. We'll see.
So you'll notice here it topped out basically about a month or 2 before its halving. Same idea here in 2019. You can see that it topped out in June. You know, just a month or 2 before the halving as well. And so I've sort of been of the opinion that most altcoins, as you know, that my opinion is that they bleed against Bitcoin, but Litecoin is one of those ones where at least in its halving year, for the first half of the year, it can do better than it normally does, right? So like because a lot of times Litecoin just bleeds like a lot against basically the blue chips like Bitcoin and Ethereum, but during its halving year, as you can see, right, there are some bullish phases for Litecoin, and I think we've just been in that same type of thing. The thing that I would look for would be if it puts in some type of a blow off top wick type thing. Like you can see that happened in 2015. It happened in 2019 as well. And again, it happened in the summertime, right? 1 or 2 months before the halving in August. And right now the halving is actually, I think I might need to shift this forward because I think the halving might actually occur closer to the first week of August.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. Of course, it's just a projection. But what I would be looking for is does this fade going into the halving?
I mean, technically, it should be, according to the chart, right? It should be, I mean, 23 days, right? That's right now be how many months? I mean, how many days are in this month? The 30, 31? So it'd probably be like the 2nd or the 3rd of August, to be honest.
It does, then it very well could just be playing out like it historically has. And, you know, one of the things I think about Litecoin, and that's why when you look at it, it's more of a short-term trade, right? Because what you'll see is that after the halving comes and goes, Litecoin kind of cools off for a while. Like it doesn't mean that it goes to zero, but it cools off for a while, and then it normally doesn't really start to make another big move until, 12 to 18 months after its halving. And the reason I would argue that it's not a great long-term investment is
wait, you just said 12 to 18 months? That's like a year and a half. What? Really? I feel like that's a bit much. Is that really true? 12 to 18 months. That's kind of crazy. Weird.
Long-term investment is because, well, look at the Litecoin Bitcoin chart. I mean, this chart is pretty clear the direction it's going, and like, it's not to say that it doesn't occasionally pop up, but if you measure it from 2013, the Litecoin Bitcoin valuation is down 93%. I mean, that just shows you that, like, just holding Bitcoin would have been so much better than holding Litecoin. And it's not even just Bitcoin, right? I mean, look at the Litecoin Ether valuation. Same idea. I mean, since what, the last 4 years, if you take it back to, say, 2019, let's say summer of 2019, so 4 years ago, we know crypto is very cyclical. Litecoin is down against Ethereum about 90%.
Jesus.
And, some people might look at this and say, well, is it starting to trend back the other way? You could argue that, but again, even over here, it looked like it was trending back the other way, and it was about right before its halving that it finally topped out and then entered into a much longer downtrend. So, look, my general opinion on Litecoin is that it's great for some short-term plays if people want to take them, especially in the halving year. But long-term, it does tend to bleed against Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Real quick, I'm going to put a poll in the chat. I want to know what you guys think the price of Litecoin will get to. I think I'll put probably, or I wouldn't say get to. I guess I don't know. Maybe I will say could get to. What do you guys think? I mean, what do you think I should do this? What prices should I put? I guess 0 to 100. Should I do 100 to 200, 200 to 400, like something like that? I think I'll just put a poll in the chat like that. Let me know what you guys think.
And let's define for the audience why we see an uptick into the halving. And plain and simple is, imagine if you make money, if you make a standard salary, but in 2 months, 6 months, whenever it is, that salary is going to be cut in half. But you can do more work to get more salary up until that cutoff. Essentially, the Litecoin miners know, damn, our payouts get cut in half at that halving. So while it's profitable and prices going up in anticipation, we better squeeze the most profits out of this juice, because many of them will probably switch over to Bitcoin and ride that halving into the next year.
Right, that's the thing. The narrative is constantly changing, right? We ride one narrative for a few months, then we switch over to another narrative. By the way, another narrative, in addition to the halving, could be people speculating about whether it's a security or not. Like, maybe people are speculating on it not being a security like Bitcoin, whereas other ones are more obviously securities, or at least the SEC is more so obviously calling them securities. Whether they win that fight remains to be seen, but that could also be another narrative that has pushed Litecoin up recently. But again, I mean, I still think you have to be careful. And it's N equals 2, right? We have 2 data points here. It's not like you take it to the bank and say that it definitely has to happen again. But I remember back in 2019 seeing that same thing play out, and in 2015 seeing it rally into the halving, but just before you get to the halving, it kind of fades, and then money goes elsewhere into the new.
Real quick, looking at the tops here, right? Like, it looks like it pretty much got to the 385 area, right? But I think we peaked into 400 right here, but realistically, these two tops aren't far off. I wonder if we'll even break the all-time high on the next push. Be interesting. I do feel like Litecoin's a sleeping giant, though. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I feel personally.
New narrative.
And let's talk about price prediction, because I can feel a lot of people may be thinking, okay, should I buy Litecoin now, or is it too late? I mean, looking at this, I would say it's too late. The best time was multiple months ago. But based on history, or based on the metrics, what's a price prediction you have based on the data?
Over what time frame, I guess?
I guess when you think the halving happens.
Oh, Patrick Murphy, you watched this, you son of a bitch. Because that guy said over what time frame. It's exactly what you said to us.
Around what range do we top off? Or maybe go off of like X's from the bottom to past halvings, and then compare it to where we are now, even though it is sort of diminishing returns.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I'm not super convinced of it going to any specific. I mean, you can kind of see that it's maybe been in this channel for a while. I'm not going to throw out any crazy price predictions, because I don't really think it'll go on any crazy run anytime soon. I mean, it could continue to go up. If you look at where it went in 2019, it went basically to $140 before it really topped out. But also note that it had collapsed from Q3. It collapsed, basically 50% before taking that move there.
That was like $25. It went down to $25 back then. Jeez.
Thing that I was looking at is if you take like sort of a move here from this collapse down to the lows, and then you copy that from that collapse point, that actually sort of marked the high, right, in 2019, right? Like it sort of just collapsed double the drop. So it dropped, it sort of retraced the drop and then doubled up on that, and that marked the high. So, I mean, if you were to do something similar, I don't know where you really take it from, but let's say you take it from sort of this drop here in May of 2022 all the way down.
Why would he pick that point instead of this point? I feel like, man, I don't know. There's so much shit you could just make up with charts. It's crazy.
To copy that over and just say, well, what if it goes up about twice that? I mean, yeah, it could put you at a very similar valuation. But I would say that it is very risky to continue to chase it at this point, especially considering that it normally tops out in June or July. I mean, that's what we've seen. And look, that's not to say that it can't go higher. And it's not to say that if it does top out, it's not to say that it can't go higher next year. I mean, in fact, normally it just sort of cools off after the halving. It doesn't like go to zero. It just cools off for a while, and then sometime, in the next 12 months or 18 months, then it takes off. In theoretically going to new all-time highs. So I would say that this move is not likely a move to be to new all-time highs. Perhaps it fades into the halving, and then sometime like 2024, 2025, it goes to new highs.
Like, look at this though. What drives Litecoin to go from here all the way up to here versus like, just doing it here to there? Like, why was it so significant here? You know what I mean? That's kind of my question.
So price prediction range wise, around 140 or around basically where we are now. We've already
I would say where we are now up to 140. I don't, I'm not saying it's going to go to 140 because it might not. I mean, the collapse over here certainly wasn't as aggressive, so maybe the climb won't be as aggressive either. But I think the point is chasing it can be very risky, right? Especially knowing that it's normally around June or July where it tops out.
And go into that a little more, because there's a lot of, I want you to talk directly to the Litecoin holders. Best advice if somebody has a big bag of Litecoin and believes in it fundamentally for whatever reason.
Yeah, I mean, the best advice if you believe in it fundamentally is to remember that, I mean, whatever you might be worried about tomorrow, it normally comes and goes, right? So like, even if let's say the idea of it fading into the halving is right, that doesn't mean that it fades forever. Right. I mean, it could just mean that you watch it go down for 3 or 6 months and then it takes back off sometime next year or the year after that. I mean, normally what you see in these cycles are just sort of some hype into the halving and then a cool off period. So if you really believe in the Litecoin tech, it would be this sort of cool off period after the halving that might actually create opportunity for you. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that. So this right here, some people in the chat, right, are saying the Bitcoin rally, right? So obviously, yeah, 2017, 2018, yes, Bitcoin did go from, it was like 3,500 to 20K, right? So that's what, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So almost a 7x or so. And then what did we do from there? The next bull run was what, 20K to 60K. So it was like a 3x. So, I mean, I guess that makes kind of sense why the climb wasn't so significant, because it kind of, I mean, this did rally with Bitcoin the first time, so that makes sense to a point. Yeah.
I mean, like if you really believe in it, right? Which, I mean, again, like you can go to the Litecoin Bitcoin valuation and take a look at that. But if you really want to pick up a bag, then I imagine sort of the post halving fade that we normally get would probably be considered as an opportunity by many.
Now, do you guys think that as well? The right after the halving, is that the best time to, I guess, grab a bag if you're trying to throw money into the market? I mean, I would think that's true, because it seems like things typically do go down because most people are holding. They're not going to be selling their coins, right? So there's not going to be many fluctuations on the exchanges causing the prices to go up. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. kind of weird, but I mean, I get it. And a lot of people are shutting off because then you're not going to be getting as much yield. And it's just, it doesn't seem worth it to a lot of people until that price moves up again. Let's see. Yes, that's what's happened to Flux. Yeah, you know what? Flux is actually a good example because that shit was over $100. I mean, $100, $1. It was a full dollar, and now it's down to half of that, right? It's 50 cents. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But in the next bull run, I'm excited to see where Flux goes in the next bull run. I'm skeptical, I guess. I want to see if it does actually get back over that dollar fairly easy when things start to rise, but we'll see.
Final question, Ben.
Imagine if that was $100 though.
Just for fun. Price prediction for Litecoin in 5 years, or maybe by next halving. If Bitcoin if Bitcoin ends up going over $100,000, where do you see Litecoin?
That's a good question.
So it's interesting because, you know, Litecoin, I mean, I think the intrinsic or the sort of the knee-jerk reaction is to say, well, if Bitcoin goes here, then that means the altcoin has to go up a lot, right? We do know that in 2017, Bitcoin hit 20K, and then in 2021, Bitcoin hit like almost 70K, whereas Litecoin basically just did a double top, you know? Like, and I mean, like, it's sort of one of those inconvenient truths, right? Like, why didn't Litecoin go up a lot more than what, you know, than what Bitcoin did?
Well, hold on. So down here, it was, I guess, what was it, like $4? Is Litecoin $4 back in 2017? That's crazy. Is that real? $4, and then it went up to 300. Yeah, no, that's way more than the Bitcoin's 7x, right? At that point, man, that is kind of weird actually, because I was just thinking, like, how many times did it X here versus here? It was at half, because, like, you know, Bitcoin was a 7x here, and now it was like a 3.5 when it went up to 69,000 from 20. Now, you know, what's Litecoin going to do? But that is kind of weird.
So, like, I mean, if Bitcoin goes to 100K, then I would suspect Litecoin could put in new highs. That doesn't mean that they have to be like 3x or 5x the prior highs, right? Like, it could just be a marginal improvement on it, like it was last time, or it could be a more substantial improvement like it was from back over here. So if you take the move from 2013 peak to this peak, it was a, you know, a 500 or 600% move. But this peak to this one was only like an 18% move. So, I mean, I guess best case scenario would be, man, you're going to make this the title of the video, aren't you?
You, first off, you know us too well, but second off, I won't. I'll make the title about the halving in this case, because that's
yeah. So maybe like, okay, so I'll say like this: if Bitcoin goes to 100K in 5 years, then I suspect that you could see Litecoin in the $500 to $1,000 range. I think that would be a fair statement. But
that's not that
if
surprising,
Bitcoin doesn't go to 100K, then you're likely nowhere near that for Litecoin, and you could be quite a bit lower. And if Litecoin does go to $500 within, say, 5 years, I still think you're probably going to see this cool off period, you know, after the halving, right? Where that is sort of like the window into placing your bets as to what it will actually achieve in the next cycle.
That's a good point.
Ben, I want to have you on in 3 to 4 months. We're going to revisit some of these charts. Maybe we'll be at that cool down. But thank you so much for joining me. Where can my audience find you?
Yeah, so just check out my YouTube channel, is Benjamin Cowan. And I'm also on Twitter at Into.
I was wondering why he seemed
so... Be sure to click subscribe.
I didn't even know that guy had a YouTube channel. I was wondering why he looked so familiar. What's his name? Benjamin? There it is. I really didn't even know he had a sub to him. I feel like I've seen him before, but I don't know why I've never watched his stuff. Interesting. I might have just seen him on Altcoin Daily, but anyways, that's pretty interesting. Real quick, Crypto Mining Insider actually made a good point. He said mining LTC is very different since we merge mine Litecoin and Doge. He said Doge is the largest revenue, so even after the halving, mining revenue won't be cut in half. And that's a very good point. I honestly didn't think of it like that, but that's true because you are mining mostly Dogecoin, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. He is a guest on Coin Bureau a lot. That is probably where I've seen him then. Leo Lustig. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. I want 50W Litecoin miner so I can put it on solo and forget about it. 50. Wait, what are you talking about? 50 watt Litecoin miner. Is that what you're talking about? You're talking about like the hash blade thing? Is that what you mean? Is that what you're talking about? Is that still a thing? Does anybody know? Man, this Litecoin halving. The screen's so goddamn bright. This is insane. But 23 days, man. So This is it's coming up quick. We're gonna see. We're gonna have to see. What's Litecoin at right now? Litecoin price wise, $95. Let me see the all-time high just for shits. $410 this has gotten to. As you guys can see. 410. This needs to change. Sorry. All right, let's see. Fully Electric said after Litecoin having profits will drop about 25%. Yeah, makes sense. Makes total sense actually. Man, it's kind of crazy. I hope things pop off for Litecoin, to be honest. All right, let's see if there's any news on Cointelegraph before we get out of here. I just want to see if there's anything that popped up because I didn't even look today. Bitcoin on 3K discount at Binance US, but there's a catch. What? Not even gonna read that. Does anybody still use Binance? I'm wondering if you guys do. Oh god, CBDCs. There could be 24 CBDCs live by 2030. What? God, that's horrible. Is that real? According to a survey by the Bank of International Settlements, the BIS, 93% of central banks are already researching central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, and there could be up to 15 retail and 9 wholesale CBDCs in circulation by 2030. That's crazy. Published on July 10th, the survey of 86 central banks was conducted from October to December 2022. It asked central banks whether they're working on a retail, wholesale, or both types of CBDCs, how advanced the work was, and their motivations. Man. Mr. Rud Puts, thanks for the €249, dude. You're awesome. I love all the emojis.
Eagle, Smeagol 100, United States dollar, Joel A. I, to the full moon. Swag, swag, swag.
Dude, it's so funny that he reads out all the emojis. Like, that's a riot. Thank you so much, Mr. Hood Puts. You didn't have to do that. Game with Smokey Dan said a new GPU being delivered today, plus some parts to get a CPU rig built up. Hell yeah, Game with Smokey Dan. That's awesome, man. Never used Binance. Too sketchy-ish over the years. Yeah, WX2, I agree. I don't use Binance either. Let's see. According to the survey, over half the world's central banks are conducting experiments or working on CBDC pilot. Almost a quarter of all central banks are already piloting their retail CBDC projects, and the number of wholesale CBDCs in the works is much lower. Man, this is kind of what do you guys feel about CBDCs? I feel like they're coming no matter what we do. Like they're gonna show up regardless. I don't think we have a choice. Everyone's like against them, and I get it, you know. Yeah, it sucks, but it's like, man, what the hell are we gonna do? We don't have a choice. We're living in a dog eat dog world. They're going to be taking their cut whether we like it or not. Mr. Crypto Mining Insider, have a good day, buddy. All right, Coinbase shares up 50% since the SEC lawsuit. Damn. Despite Coinbase's currency exchange facing the securities violation lawsuit in the United States, the company's stock has been on the rise recently. Geek of all trades, thanks for being a member for 10 months, dude. He said, I'm going to steal the Locotech USB miner on display at Mining Disrupt. Oh, that's great. He said, Jump Change and Rondi, get ready to bail me out. That's hysterical. Do that. Wait, hold on. How do you know? Are they actually going to have a hash blade on display? Is that legit? Where did you see that? Actually, let's see. Is this Locotech thing still? How do you spell it? L-O-K-O, maybe? Is that how you spell it? Locotech? What is their website? That's not it. What's their website? USB ASIC proof of concept device will be there. Been confirmed. Interesting. Condibits, thanks for the 20 DKK. Appreciate you, buddy.
Misfit Woohoo Gensler Moon Bitcoin Moon Warren.
Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. You didn't have to do that. Where is the site? This isn't it, is it? Oh, this is that guy Ben. Okay, this is kind of they had a site. What is the website? This is Mr. Crypto Mining Insider's video on it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna click on that. I want to see if he has the link to it. Let's see. Oh, it is right here. Bingo. Locotech.no. All right, so this is the thing that's going to be coming out, supposedly, right? I heard they plan to demo on... Are you trying to say demo? Or is it supposed to be demo USB miner? You've seen pics. Nice. Wait, so all right. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Okay, so they're making a Hashblade and a USB miner, right? Am I correct on that? But they're only showing the Hashblade here. So man, this is the thing, right? Like if this is legit, 1.9968 gigahashes at 145 watts, that's unreal, right? Because you got to think, okay, so my L7, that is actually mining to Mr. Boinker's wallet right now. Congratulations. Thanks for being a VIP for one, and congratulations to winning that. So he's got the hash rate for 24 hours. It's up and mining in the solar trailer, right? And that thing's getting 9.3 gigahashes. Okay, and that's at like 3,300 watts. I don't even know. It's like 3,200, I think. I'm not mistaken with the inline fan. But this thing is almost 2 gigahashes at 145 watts. Like this is like, I don't know. It's gonna change the game for sure. But how much are they charging for these things? That's the thing. And they're not gonna tell you. Of course they're not. They're just gonna allow you to sign up to pre-order. I don't get that. What the hell? I wish they would tell you how much it was. Just says unparalleled efficiency on GPU style Hashblade that retrofits into existing hardware by connecting directly to a PCIe X1 slot. It says cooled by either air or immersion. So the cool thing about this is you can put it on risers. That's really cool. That is really cool. If you could get a full rig of just Hashblades, could you imagine 12 of these Hashblades? You'd have 24 gigahashes. Plus or minus 145 watts. What would that even be? That would be 1,450. That'd be 10 of them. Adding about 300 more. So you'd be like 1,700 watts. 1,700 watts or so for that. Quick math in the brain. That's pretty crazy. 10 gigahashes at 750 watts. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. That'd be crazy. I don't know, man. I'm still kind of skeptical on it, but you know what? Look at like the jazz miners and things like that, man. I honestly can't see that thing not being real. Like all the jazz miners, just everything that's been coming out, the Ice River stuff, the efficiency on everything, it's getting smaller and better. So I don't know, man. Yes, they plan to demo a USB miner as I understand it. I've seen real pics. Originally, the price was expected to be $2K a Hashblade, 1 year ROI. Interesting. Okay, newest simulation shows performance 15.6 megahashes per 1.04 watts. This corresponds to 0.067 joules per megahash. What is that for, Game with Smokey Dan? Oh, hold on, let me see. The Harmony Chain Group 100% owned subsidiary Locotech as is developing a script ASIC. Where are you looking this up? Did you just Google all that? I feel like you did. Newest simulation shows performance 15.6 megahashes per 1 watt. Well, yeah, that is that the that would be, that sounds about right? Let me see. How would I even do that? 145 divided by, no, that wouldn't be right. Would that be right? 996. I'm just gonna see. No, I don't know how the hell that would even do that math. It can't be for this. It's probably for the USB or something, right? It's legit. I talked to Ben in January. Interesting. I wonder what's going to happen with this, man. I really do. I wonder. But I mean, this guy talks about this thing. He's talking about it here. He does, right? It's 18 minutes long. I'm not going to watch this, but if you guys are interested, this is the website. It's, I mean, it's pretty interesting. And also, Miss Victoria over at Jingle Mining, she actually mentioned that they were going to be having a Dogecoin, Litecoin miner, if I'm not mistaken, coming out shortly, like in the next couple months for Jazz Miner. So it's kind of that's gonna be interesting. And then a Bitcoin miner too in a Jazz Miner. That'd be super interesting as well. So I'm very curious to see what happens. Let me kill this poll in the chat actually. So 37% of you said 100 to 200. It looks like that was the winner. for Litecoin. What do you guys think the price will be? Interesting. Yeah, I'm thinking it's around there too. Agreed. 6 months ago, nothing could mine. He said at 1 terahashes now. That is Mickey Mouse. Crazy, insane. Yeah, dude, it's so true. It's crazy how efficient things have gotten in the past couple months. It really is. It's been like under a year and things are just blowing up. Smaller the better. It's crazy. I will post what I found in Discord general chat channel. Thank you so much, Game with Smokey Dan. Appreciate you, buddy. So it would probably be a bad move to grab an L7 right now. Yeah, I would wait until after the halving. I think they'll go down a little bit more. I mean, dude, they're like, wait, let's just see, right? Let's see. Endless mining seems to be endless mining, and I guess MUSK miners actually are pretty good. Let me pull this up. All right. This is our man. Dude, this guy is like ridiculously tall, by the way. He's like 6'7" or some shit. He's so tall. Let's see. Where is, let me just type in L7, I guess. I want to see what they're going for. I don't know if he has used and old, but let's see. L7. Okay, so they have, this is the 8800. Man, they're so cheap now. Like, it's crazy. Crazy cheap. Look at this. $4,600, right? It's 35 in stock for this 9050. This is what I have, and it actually gets 100 more mega hash with the inline fan, actually, because it keeps it cooler, I believe. So the Fruit Associates shroud that I have on there does help the hash rate. It's kind of surprising. So I get like 9.3 giga hash, which is pretty awesome, I think, anyways. But for $4,600, like, look at this. Hold on, I have a sheet of like 2021's price list. Give me a second. I've shown this quite a few times, actually, but like, just look at the prices here, right? Where are we at? All right, so looking at this L7, right? Let me see. Okay, L7. This is the 9160. Okay, brand new, $27,000. This thing was going for. This is November of 2021. Just looking at the price. Sorry, my camera has to adjust after that. But looking at the price of that versus like where they're at now, it's like, Jesus. It's wild. It's wild how it was 25 to 27K. Let's go to, hold on. Let's go to MUSK miners, because that's the price sheet I just showed you. And that's where I actually got my ASIC from. So shout out to them for that. Let's see. L7. So the 9050 over here. So 5225, and if I'm not mistaken, these are all like tariffs and everything included, so it's like right to your door. Same thing with endless mining. And I know these guys, I'm pretty sure these are brand new. I don't know about endless mining. I don't know if they're used or not. But I mean, realistically, going from like, this is literally $25,000 off. It's wild. BT miners, LTC 9.050 mega hashes, new 4200, used 4000. What the hell's BT miners? I don't even know what that is. BT miners. I've never heard of them. Have I heard of them? I don't think so. No. I don't want to join anything. Is this a store? No. This is LinkedIn. What the hell's BT miners? Is this it? Oh, this is it. Stupid. Okay. My miners. Litecoin and Doge miners. Let's see. Oh my God. L7 36. What is this? The 8800 or something? Oh, it's the 8550. They have an 8550. I didn't even know they had that. Holy hell. Wow. So it looks like these guys are the best deal. Oh, these are used. Okay. So you have July batch. Okay. All right. So used is this price, right? I guess we'll just look at the highest one. So 4740, and then new is 5320. So, I mean, overall, right? Even for a 9050 brand new, I mean, that's 4640. Yeah, 4648. That's crazy, man. But I mean, I'm gonna be real, guys. Like, I would, yeah, I'd probably save the money and just get the used one. It depends how bad they are, though. If they beat the shit out of their units, then it'd be a totally different story. Have you guys ever purchased from this place? Anybody? I wonder, let's check out the Bitcoin mining stuff. Let's see. They have S9 still? Dude, no way. Why do they still have these? Guys, don't buy these. These are not good. 569 bucks. God damn. That's crazy. That's way too much for an S9. I mean, it's 16 terahashes. Mine's like 13.5, but still, I wouldn't sell that thing for more than 100 bucks. That's crazy. That is crazy. S19, I don't even know what these are going for. So I guess this is the S19 Pro 100 terahash. Is that a good deal? It says 3,600 bucks. Used to be new 3880 used to be. Now it's 2612 and 1889. Interesting. I paid $4,500 for a new L7 9050 all in delivered a few weeks ago. Crypto Mining Insider. What the hell? Where? That's crazy. Interesting, Chad Wicks. Interesting. Not a fan, to be honest. All right, let's see. Maybe they messed up on the decimal point. Should say 5690. Yeah, probably. On the S9, probably. That's where. All right, so Crypto Mining Insider. Coin Mining Central. Let's see. Coin Mining Central. This. Man, there's so many sites like I don't even know of. Hold on, this is Europe site. Wait. Are they across seas? How the hell did they deliver it to you that cheap? You're in the US, right? You're in the US, I believe. Chump Change was going to buy from them. I did pre-order the K7 before it wax released. They jacked up the price. I ended up going with Crypto Miner Bros. Interesting. All right, so hold on. Is this what you got, Mr. How much did you say? 4,500. How'd you pay 4,500? That's crazy. This looks like the cheapest. Did you get? They have US facilities and distribution as well. I believe they adjusted the value too. Interesting. Man. 965 shipped to your door for the S19. Chadwick said, damn. That's great. 9050. How did you get it that cheap? That's wild. 9050, so it says 5713. I wonder if the prices went up a little bit. But you said $4,500 you paid? Brand new shipped. I wonder if it's because you... Is it because you're a YouTuber? Did you reach out to them or no? I wonder. Crypto Mining Insider has a channel, guys, if you don't know. I have a coupon code for 120 off. Cheap plug. Dude, hell yeah. Give us the code. What is it? Is it CMI or is it, what is it? Let's see. Hold on. I just want to make sure this shit don't dox me anyhow. It does not. But I don't know where you put in the code. Let's see. I don't know where you put in the code though. CMI 100. CMI 100. Where do you put that in? I have no idea. I have no idea. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if we can find any cheap. I want to see how cheap we can get this thing. Yeah, I did check out. See? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, discount code right here. CMI 100. Ah, it did work. Hell yeah. How do I change this though to C? How do I change that to C, not euros? What is this in USD? 4,000. All right, let's go. 432 USD. So 4767. 4767. Interesting. Let's see. Yes, Miss Pocket Change. Good to see you. What did Leo Lustig? What did he say? Where is it? Leo Lustig, where are you? What did you say? My wife's thanking you for it, and I can't tell. Crypto Tito, what's up? Good to see you guys. Hit that like button. Appreciate you for hanging out. Let's see. That's kind of cool that that worked, though, Mr. Crypto Mining Insider. So, guys, go check out him. Coin Mining Central has a coupon code CMI100 to get $100 off. That's amazing. So good for you, dude. I'm happy for you. That's amazing. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would consider purchasing L7s. It depends though, like how crazy the L9s are. Like if the L9s are going to be super super expensive and only 16 gigahashes, it depends. Like if they're like double the price, I guess it's close to making sense. Oh, he said have a good day. Okay, gotcha. Brakes seem to be working good. Perfect. That would be awesome. that'd be awesome if it didn't work good, right? Not. I had to change the brake lines on my truck and the wife's driving it. I was like, well, let me know. Make sure it's good. I took it for a test drive though. It should be fine. Let's see. CMI 100 is 100 pounds off, which is about 120 bucks. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Well, Mr. Crypto Mining Insider, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you, buddy. Guys, everybody else, happy Monday. I'm going to be getting out of here. I got to go take care of the kids. Wife just left, so daddy duty calls. Kids are upstairs taking care of themselves right now. So I'm gonna try to drop a A2000 video later today for hash rates. I already have it all situated, so I just got to post it, but I'll keep you guys up to date. Hopefully you guys get some hash rates and overclocks out of that, and then we'll have an A4000 video later on in the week. So without further ado, guys, I'm getting out of here. You guys have a good day. Happy Monday. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Peace out. Thank you for all the donos and everything else. Guys, hit that like on the way out. I'll see you soon. Peace.